Hello and welcome back to my channel. IQD to USD. Iraq's stock exchange recently ranked first in the Arab world for trading volume in November, sparking interest and excitement in groups associated with Indian nations. These groups are hearing rumors about a possible imminent release, which could happen within days. This situation mirrors the mechanism used during the Kuwait revaluation, where some Indian nations benefited greatly. As a result, there is growing anticipation surrounding the Iraqi dinar's potential revaluation. Currently, the Iraqi dinar's value is close to 1-to-1, but the currency is hindered by the added 3 zeros, which obscure any real profits for investors. Once these zeros are removed and new notes are issued, the value could surge, enabling investors to benefit from the new exchange rate, which would multiply the face value of their existing currency. There's also the matter of the Iraqi central bank suspending its dollar sale platform, a significant move in the country's broader strategy to reduce dependence on the US dollar. For years, Iraq has relied on these dollar auctions to stabilize the Iraqi dinar, but they've also drawn criticism for fostering corruption and financial misconduct. The suspension of these auctions is part of Iraq's effort to regain more control over its economy and reduce reliance on foreign currency, especially the US dollar. The suspension has been met with mixed reactions. On the one hand, it could minimize criminal activities tied to dollar transactions, improving Iraq's fiscal integrity and international image. On the other hand, businesses that have depended on dollar transactions might face short-term challenges as the country shifts toward using the Iraqi dinar more prominently. In the long run, however, the dinar could become stronger, offering businesses a more stable currency to operate with, potentially leading to a boost in national pride and economic stability. Iraq's shift away from the dollar also has implications for international relations, as the government aims to strengthen its ties with countries like China and Russia, which also seek alternatives to the dollar-based financial system. The Iraqi government hopes this will open doors to diversified economic partnerships, boosting investment opportunities in the future. As Iraq takes these steps, the global community, especially investors, will be closely monitoring how the transition unfolds. Will Iraq's move prove successful or lead to economic instability? Time will tell, but it is clear that Iraq is aiming to reshape its financial future. In a different part of the world, Vietnam is emerging as an economic powerhouse. Over the past 6 years, the country's economy has shown remarkable growth, thanks to its cost-effectiveness, competitive labor force, and an attractive business environment. Global corporations are increasingly turning to Vietnam as an alternative to China. For example, Samsung and Apple are moving some of their production to the country, benefiting from its lower labor costs and improved infrastructure. This economic growth, combined with a diversified industrial base, is boosting the value of the Vietnamese Dong. With continued foreign investment and a rapidly growing economy, the Dong's value is expected to rise in the coming years. Investors around the world are beginning to take note of Vietnam's potential as an emerging market, not just for tourism, but as a prime investment destination. Vietnam's GDP growth has consistently outpaced that of its regional neighbors, averaging 6.57% before the pandemic. Even amidst global challenges, the country has shown resilience, positioning itself for long-term economic success. As global conditions stabilize, Vietnam could see even more rapid growth. Take the story of Tom, an investor who visited Vietnam and was impressed by the country's transformation. From a bustling economy to cutting-edge technological advances, he quickly realized that Vietnam offered tremendous investment opportunities. Stories like Tom's are becoming increasingly common as more investors recognize the country's potential. Vietnam's rise is not just a temporary trend. It's a sign of the country's growing influence on the global economic stage. With its expanding economy and favorable business climate, Vietnam is well positioned to rival other emerging economic powers like Dubai in the near future. If you're an investor or simply curious about the future of global markets, Vietnam is a country worth keeping an eye on.